Hey guys, J-Man37X here bringing another Cookie Clicker update video. This time we're taking a look at beta 2.051. You can access this by checking out the other versions in the top right corner of the screen. It's a very small update, so this should be a very short video, but figured there's enough stuff that I think it's worth taking a look at here. So let's just dive right in. So we'll just go in order that they go in the patch notes. Buff new dragon aura, we'll start there. If you take a look at the new aura, before this only used to give you digest 20% more cookies. Now you can get 2 more wrinklers, and they explode into 20% more cookies as well. Now, I find this unusual because if you go to the worship slots, Screwy here, wrinklers appear faster and digest 15% more cookies. In this context, digest does include when you burst them. I checked side by side. If you have Screwy slotted, you get more cookies when you break them. It doesn't say anything about buffing when they explode. Whereas here, apparently digest means something different. It just means that over time, they generate 20% more cookies, and they also explode into 20% more. So I find the wording a little inconsistent, not sure if that's something that'll get changed or not. If anything, I just think it should be updated here to say digest and explode into 15% more cookies or something, because I'm pretty sure that's what it's doing. So basically this is much better. It's good for idle if you're focusing on wrinklers. I don't know if it's worth... So that's, I don't know if it's how the math works out. That could be like 40%, or most likely it's multiplicative, so 20% times 20%, whatever that ends up being. And the 2 more wrinklers, I just don't know if it's enough to overtake, for completely idle play. I don't know if it's enough to overtake Breath of Milk plus, oh, of course I already have it equipped, and Radiant Appetite. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know how the math works out on that. Let me know in the comments what you think about how that'll work out balance-wise. Personally, I think that it's time we got a 3rd worship slot, but you know, that's just me. I think with how many that are in the game, I think we're long overdue for a 3rd worship slot. So hopefully someday he'll add that, maybe probably as a heavenly upgrade, I would think, because that's pretty significant, and I can see him wanting to gate that behind a decent amount of later game progression. Maybe it would break the game too much, I don't know. I know combos are really insane, and maybe a 3rd aura is just too much, but personally, I think it would be a good addition. Next up, expanding the final buildings customizer. I'm going to take a closer look at some of the exact art asset changes later, but we can take a quick look here. So first is import export. This is immediately a super nice feature. He's added a couple new hairs. I don't remember exactly how many there was of all of these before. I quite like this one, actually. I didn't compare them side by side. There's a few new hairs, and then a good amount new hair colors. You can see there's actually some pretty cool ones on here. Actually, I do think I'm going to change up my look as I go through here. So let's do that one. I like that. Some new skin colors. I believe there's a handful of kind of more whimsical, you know, less realistic ones that I don't think were in the game at all before. So they have like red and blue and some other interesting ones. Oh, I looked around again. Oops. For head shapes, I think that's about the same. Face, these, I'm not sure there's any more. There's definitely some new extras. I know that for sure. Actually looks like quite a good amount more extras. Actually quite like this one. And then I'll go back to, I'll do these glasses, I guess. There we go. That's pretty nice. I like that. So, and the import export I think is especially a nice feature. How does that look actually? So export. It's just a very simple code there, and then import. Yeah, okay. Well, nice simple system there, but very functional. Touched up some old Santa sprites. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'll go over the sprite work last, because there's a few other areas that he was added to. Added some cursor upgrades and achieves. Some people noted in the last video that it was weird that there weren't new upgrade tiers for cursors and clicking, and likewise for some achievements. So he's added 2 new upgrades. Both of them are right here. Glimmerang tier for cursors and for clicking. Oh wow, that actually apparently gave me... I wasn't looking at the numbers. That apparently gave me a noticeable boost in CPS. That boosted me up to what, this one? Wow, okay. Yeah, that must have been a pretty decent boost then. And then he's added 3 new achievements. Let's see, 1 here for making 10 nonillion cookies from clicking, and then 2 for owning cursors. 1 for 900 and 1 for 1,000. So 900 and the 10 nonillion from clicking I got immediately. This one I actually don't have enough yet. I think it costs about 100 Novem Decillion for where I'm at to get that much. But cursors are really strong, so I'm actually... Cursors are actually my strongest tower, I think, because of that 1 upgrade. Wow, yeah, they completely dwarfed you. Of course, I don't have all of the upgrades for, you know, for all the buildings yet, but for where I'm at, cursors actually are kind of huge for production, so that's very interesting. Alright. And then we can quickly take a look. So these art assets can be gotten from, if you don't know how to access the image files, just type img at the end. That takes you here. You see there is 3 things that have been modified recently, these 3, and I've went ahead and pulled those out and gotten them into an easily comparable format. So these are the ones for you. We'll take a look at this one first. That was the wrong order. So this is the list we had before. These are the color palettes up here that are available. It's like skins are up here, and then hair colors are down here. I'm not sure exactly where the division is. If we take a look at the new ones, a couple were tweaked. You see the bow and this, whatever this is, were tweaked slightly. A couple other small tweaks. But for the most part, the big thing is the 2 full rows added on this side. So there's actually, what is that? 5 new hair options? And then they added the sparkles and the wings and a bunch of different ear options and whatever this is supposed to be on the person. And you can see up here, you can go ahead and zoom in. The color palettes are now easily distinguished. These are the skin tones, these are the hair tones. So that's a lot easier to tell now than it was before when it was just one big strip. So there's that. He had mentioned upgrading the Santa sprites. So these are the old ones that we've come to know and love for quite a while. And these are the new ones. Pretty much everything was touched up in some way. All of the reds were made a bit more vibrant, the green's a bit bluer, and the white's a lot cleaner. We can kind of do some rapid side-by-sides here. Some of the hair was smoothed out a lot. In general, I think they look a lot nicer in pretty much every case. I especially like the glow up to these 2. And of course, the final clause is the one that really matters, because that's the one that, you know, we see constantly once you've gotten past this event. Once you're not in the very, very early game. And I think the final clause looks a lot nicer personally, so. Nice improvements to the pixel work there. And lastly, this is an unlisted change because it's incredibly minor, but I felt like I might as well go over it, and there's not much else in this update. So these are the old building sprites, and these are the new ones. Kind of hard to see the differences on this one. If we go all the way down here, it becomes more apparent. They like slightly changed the noise on the hand, and both of them were made a little bit brighter. And then if we go up here, yeah. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not sure why. Maybe there was a tweak to this sprite at some point and he didn't update the shadow, but you can see there's kind of 3 pixels here, whereas it's like 5 here. This just brings it in line. That's literally it. So yeah, like I said, pretty minor update. But by all means, I like going over all the little changes. So thought it was worth it, and also as a very slight addition, a little bit of bonus, when I was going into my live game to import my current Steam one so that to kind of prep for when the full update drops, this happened. This is a 1 in 10,000 chance whenever you load the game in any way to get the cookie toys activated until you refresh. So like if I duplicate this, they'll go away. This has no functional purpose, but it's as rare as a shiny Wrinkler and as rare as getting the Winklers, which is still a phenomenon I've never seen. And this is the first time I've ever seen this as well, as far as I can recall. I don't know what version toys were added. If anyone knows, please tell me in the comments. I couldn't find it on the wiki, and I'm just curious how long this has been in the game for me to have not seen it yet. And probably I'll make a YouTube short and a little TikTok upload in the next week or so, kind of going over this, just because I think it's really interesting, and I'd like to immortalize it in its own separate video. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you everyone very much for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check the description for a link to my twitch.tv channel. Stream all sorts of stuff over there. Streaming Mario 64 ROM hacks with Baba Kanoosh. Streaming Minecraft Super Hostile custom maps with Sacred. Streaming Isaac and Ultra Kill and a bunch of other stuff solo as well. We do different Minecraft stuff about once a week, so that's kind of been a pretty big focus lately. Check out the Discord. Always love having new peeps there. We got a Cookie Clicker channel that's getting a bit more active as the update is closing in. But yeah, thank you everyone very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time for probably the full live version that I would guess would come within a week or two. I would expect the full update to drop. I don't imagine he has too many more things he wants to add in this update, so I was looking forward to seeing you guys there for that, and I will see you guys later.